Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who will well. Peace and blessings to hopeful election. Now in the news, Kazakhstan they're going crazy over there, man. It's SHTF in Kazakhstan because they nearly doubled the fuel prices. All right, and that happened on the right when the new year started. Okay, 2022. Or what the world, all right, collectively calls the new year. The new year starts in March, all right, around the 20th. Security forces in Kazakhstan killed dozens of protesters and 12 police officers died in an eruption of violence that saw demonstrators storm government buildings and set them on fire, authorities said Thursday. One police officer was found beheaded, all right, from another source, it was a second police officer found beheaded, all right? So it was two total confirmed beheaded police officers. And the unrest, which poses as a growing challenge to authoritarian rule in the former Soviet Republic, man. So it's turning WRLL out there, man. Shit hit the fan without rule of law, man. And obviously, there's more to it than fuel prices, man, all right? They probably was seeing other forms of inflation and possibly draconian law, and this doubling of the fuel prices just took it over the edge, man. And just imagine if it's food, man. They gonna raid the stores, take all the food out the stores, then take food from each other, and then once that's out, they're gonna start eating each other, man. And that's gonna happen on every single piece of land where people inhabit. All right. 12 police officers were killed, all right, and 353 injured. And who knows, man, they might be buffing or lowering these numbers, man. Looking at the footage, okay, these numbers are probably being shrunk, man. It's probably more than 12 police officers killed and 353 injured, all right? The channel reported, citing city officials, the Interior Ministry said 2,000 people were arrested. That's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of people they have to detain, all right? And then sooner rather than later, all right? Especially here in America, is going to be so many people with weapons that the police are going to have to flee, man. And then they're going to have to bring out the big guns, man. Them cybernetic weapons, all right? They got weapons that can literally fry your body or make it feels like your body's on fire, man. All right? Tens of thousands of people, some reported to be carrying clubs and shields, okay? Because their rules for weapons there is probably way more strict in America. So when something like this happens in America, there's going to be tens and thousands of people carrying guns, all right? Firearms, AR-15s, pump action shotguns, Glock 45s, Glock 17, 19s, all right? It's gonna be that instead of shields and clubs, all right? And I'm gonna go into the scriptures, all right? This is 2 Timothy and 3 from the top. Difficult times will come, and we're in those beginning of those difficult times, man. And the ultimate difficult time is when Jacob's trouble officially starts, man. That's going to be the worst period of human history. All right. 2 Timothy 3 from the top, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, because we're in those last days, all right? For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection. Actually, let's go into what covetous means right here. Covetous. Loving money. Alright, so they love materialistic things, alright? Verse 3, without natural affection, truce breakers. Alright, Esau Edom, he loves truce breaking, man. It was over 600 treaties of Gad, right? Which are the so-called Native Americans that these Edomites, so-called white people, They had over 600 trees with Gad, and they broke every last one of them, man. False accusers, in, incon, incontinent, fierce, despisers, and those that are good. Traitors, heedy, high-minded. All right, man. So it's just listing all these negative traits that people have today, and it's gonna keep increasing, man. So let's go to second Esdras. 9. Second Esdras 9 from the top. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, man. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, man, there's earthquakes happening everywhere. I believe it's an earthquake in um Northwest Texas, man. Yeah, Northwest Texas is an earthquake, man. And that's when you go on and think, I believe Matthew 24 talks about earthquakes in diverse places, man. Having an earthquake in Texas is completely unheard of, right? And uproars of the people in the world. And there's uproars happening everywhere, man. Mainly where Esau Edom dwells, all right? Mainly where Esau Edom dwell is where these uproars is happening, all right? The Kazakhstan, if I'm probably butchering that, is was a part of the USSR, the Soviet Union, man. I believe it broke off when the USSR disbanded. All right. Verse 4. Then shall then shall then shalt thou well understand that the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, because Yahweh declared the end from the beginning, man. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob's the beginning of that followeth. Esau, Edom, white people are the end of the world, and Jacob, the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are the beginning of it that followeth. Let's scroll down. All right, let's go to second Esdras. Let's go to I think 11. All right, let's scroll. I think it's 13 or 13 or 12. Let's see. Let's check out 13. Actually, let's just type it up, man. Um, suddenly suddenly appear. Second Ezra 6. All right. Second Ezra 6 and start at 20. Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then I will shew these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. And the children of Israel shall speak with their voices, and the women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months, and they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, man. So these grocery stores with all these food, water, appliances, tools, and medication, man, they're gonna be found empty. How are they gonna be found empty? Because people are gonna raid them, man, and they're already getting waxed dry and dry now, man. And what soon as a major event happens, like an EMP or a crazy virus comes out, or anything along those lines, where um, the government using the military and the police cannot keep order, people are gonna go batshit crazy, man. All right. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. In that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, in 3 hours they shall not run, man. So people are gonna be out here going Mad Max, man. They're gonna be slaughtering each other for revenge and survival, mainly survival, man, because it's not gonna be a lot of food going around here, man. Um, there's not gonna be a lot of food, water, and shelter, and when going into shelter, protection, and your own territory, because once Jacob's trouble is truly in route, right? You're not going to be feeling comfortable in your house, man. The scriptures tell us be even as pilgrims, right? In those evils, man. Roughly paraphrasing that, man. Pilgrims. Hebrews 11. No, 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 no. Sheesh, man. Let me look it up. Because I forgot the verse. But yeah, man, that's a Kazakhstan is just one of the many things that's coming upon this planet, man. Just wait till those riots start happening here in America, man. Instead of clubs and shields, it's AR-15s and Glocks. You see, switched over, man. This is Second Ezra 16, chapter 16. I'm gonna start at actually do this. I'm gonna start at let's scroll up a little bit. Start at 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils come? Behold, famine, plague, and tribulation, anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. I believe Jeremiah 15 goes into that. Yahweh has sent forth. Let's go into that. I think it was Jeremiah 15 that lists how the majority of people will die, right, in Jacob's trouble. Let's scroll down. Oh, here it is right here, Jeremiah 15 and 3. I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith Yahweh. The sword to slay. So, one of the 4 main ways, all right, that one of the 4 ways, not the main ways, but one of the 4 ways people will die is by the sword. And the modern day sword will be a gun. The dogs to tear, all right. So these little dogs that people got, man, they're gonna gang up and start hunting people down, man. And the fowls of heaven, all right. And that goes mainly into when them birds are gonna um when the people are corpses, all right. I believe in Revelation where it talks about the angel, all right. Elohim is gonna call the birds to feast on the corpses, and the beast of the earth to devour and destroy. So the beast of the earth, man. Speaking of that, I I recently found out that there's actually big cats in the UK, but it's like a conspiracy theory. But there's proof, there's video proof, and one of the Akim, right? Beloved brother of the truth, he said he's seen a big cat. I believe it was a jaguar. I believe no, a leopard. All right, a leopard. All right, man. So these animals, man. When the lockdown happened, animals started roaming around in the streets, man. So imagine in Jacob's trouble, all right, post up in the apocalypse, WROL, man, where people are rarely moving around in these streets, all right. After all these riots and everything's been looted, man, these animals gonna be out here too, man. All right, let's go back. Let's scroll down a little bit. All right, perfect. This is perfectly what I wanted, man. Right here, man. This is the spirit. This is Second Ezra 16:21. Behold, victuals. Second Ezra 16:21. Yeah, I was getting confused right there. Behold, victuals shall be sold cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and that's how it is right now, man. You can order a $1,500 iPad tablet on Amazon. You get it the next day, man. Come on. Now, granted, it's not cheap, but still an example, man. You can order a 50-pound bag of rice for $15 on Amazon and then get it the next day or that same day, man. That they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth. Evils growing right now, man. Look at them riots happen. They beheaded two officers upon the earth. Sword, famine, and great confusion, man. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish upon famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So if you survive starving to death, somebody's gonna wax you, man. Somebody gonna wipe your nose, man. All right, you're gonna get Peter rolled, and the dead shall be cast out as dung. All right, so you're just gonna be a corpse on the ground, man. One of the fowl. All right, a fowl, a bird gonna be picking at your eyeball. And there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down, man. It's gonna be looking post-apocalyptic out here, man. It's already looking like that in certain cities, man, like Portland, LA, and Detroit. All right. Let's scroll down. I'm gonna exit out once I finish these few precepts. All right. All right. This is verse 2 Ezra 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As you can see, everything is not being held back, man. Every day, man. Every day something's happening. Everything in society collapses more and more and more. As when a woman with child in the 9th month and bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child come forth, they slack not a moment, man. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word. Make ye ready to thy battle. And those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth, man. That was my main point right there, man. When all these evils happening, man, the elect, man, they're gonna just be roaming around, man. What does a pilgrim do? All right, they roam around, sit up shop here, be here a couple weeks, couple months, couple years, dip out, go there. All right, and I believe with the Exodus, all right, they was I believe the Exodus was only like a year, I believe, and I think they were in the wilderness 40 years, but I may get something mixed up, but it was something that happened. I think it was like a period where the Israelites were in the tribulation, and it was like a year. I can't remember the specific moment. And I believe it was Elder Apostle Gabar, right, was talking about that. But at the end of the day, we don't know how long Jacob's trouble is gonna be, man. It could be 5 years. It could be a month or two. It could be a decade, man. Lord willing. I honestly can't give my take on how long I want it to be, man. But Lord willing, me, all the hopeful election is serving Yahweh Bashem Yahshua in all truth and sincerity can make it through, man. All right, and get those white garments and have that immortality and have the same body as Yahweh Shah, man. Call Halaim like Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to elders and apostles, great millstone, rule well. Peace and blessings. The hopeful election. Shalom.